Are there certain things that you've seen in general rub casting the wrong way, let's say in like a social setting, that maybe it's not obvious to actors, or is it usually the super obvious things? It's like, I can't believe this person's doing this right now.
Oh, I mean, look, most people probably already know this already, but the first rule of thumb is try not to talk about yourself all the time. you know, it surprises me how often people talk about their efforts constantly. Those friendships get tiring. I think that's just like a normal life thing. It's like if you're constantly talking about yourself, it's hard to be friends with
Saying
somebody.
be interested, not
Yeah.
interested.
Like I rarely ever talk about myself, not because, it's a strategy, but because like, I don't know, I just want to hear about other people, really.
And to Jimmy's point, like there's a balance. Like with aggressive, Gary Marshall always talks about aggressiveness with grace. It's something that we talk about quite a bit, and how to find that balance. And I think if you're really honest with yourself, if you're not sure, ask people that know you well, ask your coach, like which one are you more?
I think in general, good friendships, good relationships, good professional relationships are about like, really engaging with the other people.
Hey, Cassandra.
So,
So
so
your question.
yeah, so I'm definitely on the scared side. I feel bad bothering people, and this is like in every form. Even if I lend someone money, I feel bad asking for it back. That's because I don't like causing conflict, or I don't like creating tension. So I don't know how to get past that. I don't know a good way to.
Okay, I got great advice. So before I moved to LA, because I always say there was like before LA and after LA Jimmy, right? If you knew me in San Diego, that was me. That was exactly that. I didn't know how to approach people. I didn't know how to make people. I always thought whatever I said would make people feel bad. And I didn't know how to ask for things, you know? And when you're trying to raise money for your movies and everything like that, you're constantly asking. But the moment you come out here, you realize, oh, you got to be a good businessman for whatever you're doing. I always tell people about Jonah's class. I'm like, look, this is what actors don't know enough. Is like a business approach to their acting. And so I had to learn a good business approach to my filmmaking. And the first thing was to put yourself out there and to learn how to ask. And this is my exact tip that I told people, and what I did for myself was, if you take the emotion out of the ask, it's a lot easier. Just write what you need, or write what you can offer, um, and that's it. And keep it short and sweet. So I, you know, emotionally for me, I knew it was life or death for my career if I didn't learn how to ask, if I didn't learn how to put myself out there, because I knew no one was ever gonna do it for me. And it sucks because we come out here and we're so alone, and you don't have a lot of friends, and you don't have any connections, and you don't know anybody. So a couple things for me, I decided is like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to make friends. I'm gonna learn how to. I'm not gonna try and network upwards as much as I see everybody else doing. And I realized people spend so much time just networking upwards, trying to meet that important, successful person. And my trick for me, what I've learned is the best thing is make normal friends. Find people who are in the trenches with you, and people who will grow with you. And everybody who I met in those first few years are like executives now, and agents and managers, and people who I consider, my real friends and my colleagues and my peers, and people I didn't have to like impress early on, that liked me for who I am and I liked them for who they were. So that's what you have to remember. Like, you can make it easily with the people you're currently struggling with. It's a surprise how much you could just band together and make stuff. And that's how most people do it.
That's great. And in terms of community, like with you guys as elite clients, it's awesome to see when you guys have come together, worked on projects together. We've had so much great synergy. So the community that you're in, I think community is one of the most underrated parts of being a successful a person in this industry. So yeah, thank you so much, Jimmy, for your generosity. That's very kind of you. So I would love to see like you guys take action on things that Jimmy talked about. And, I would love for you guys to post some, if you don't feel super confident in this initial outreach or follow-up, post the template in our Elite Client Facebook group. Everyone has been so generous and like hopping in and chiming in. I've loved like seeing questions in there and hopping in and giving, sharing my perspective. So let's use this time to really build up our community and help support one another during this time and beyond. So thank you guys so much for spending the morning with us, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye, guys.